As a woman, are you an asset or a liability? I know you just screamed you're an asset, but let's be real. Some of us are liabilities. Men already know. They can look at us and tell who is a spender and who doesn't know how to make money. Let's be real. He knows if you are living above your means, because a real man, he knows his numbers. Okay, so let's do the math. If you spend $1,000 a month on maintenance on yourself, on hair, nails, and lashes, you probably got a car note and insurance. That's about $1,200 a month. Let's talk about living expenses. You at least spending $1,500 to $1,800 a month. Talk about monthly entertainment. You know the girlies like to shop, so you at least spending $2,000 on shopping and entertainment. All of that adds up to $5,700 per month. And here's the deal. Your habits and your bills, they don't stay yours. They become his. I already know. In your brain, you thinking, oh, he can't afford me. No, that's not true. He can afford you. He just don't want to. I know you don't want to hear this, but because you are a liability, not an asset. Most men don't spend like that unless they are a seven-figure by the name of Jigga. Most men with money, they are frugal, and they want a woman that will not spend up all their money and actually is low-key, know how to make money, double money, and can build with them. Spending drains, pretty fades, but a woman that knows how to multiply, that is an asset that a man will never let go.
She cooking. She's bloody cooking. Women are a financial liability. And that, my friend, is a fact. And listen, you know, in this day and age, what do I have to say? I got to say that old freaking disclaimer. Not all women. And yeah, in this case, I can say, yeah, not all, right? Well, women have to wake up and realize that men know that he's going to pay, period, whenever there's a woman in the picture. And the shitty part about this whole equation is women are always trying to convince men that they're not that expensive or they're not a liability.
Do you like them? Yes, they are so cute and different, especially for me.
Yes, they are. It'll be $420 today.
Okay.
How you want to pay? Cash, Zelle, Chime, Venmo?
I'm gonna call Bay. I'm gonna call Bay because he got to pay for this, not me. It's
Okay.
Bay.
Okay,
Let me
that's
call
fine.
her.
City Morgue, you kill him, we chill him.
That's how we answer the phone. So, I just got done getting my nails done, and I need you to send her the money. It's gonna be $420. She take Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay, all of that.
Venmo.
Can you send it to her? Venmo too. Can you send it to her?
No. Wait a minute. Time out.
Look,
You said it was how much?
$420 for my hands. She did my nails, see? And it's $420. And she already applied my discount and everything. It's $420.
Where's my discount?
What discount? I already got the discount.
No, I need a discount. I'm not paying that.
Why not?
Who pays that? Who pays that for nails?
When you want good quality, you pay good money for them.
Yeah, they're going to last like 6 to 8 weeks.
See, they last 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, well,
You gonna send her the money for it?
no, hell no, fuck no. What do you send her the money for it?
If I don't pay her this money, she gonna take my nails off.
Yeah, we're going to have to remove them.
Take them off, and get the $50 nails because fuck no.
She don't do no $50 set.
Yeah, all my sets start at $80. And
Start at 80, and them for itty bitty nails. And I don't do itty bitty nails. I do the long nails. Come on, babe, send that money.
No.
tell them it's only $420.
I'm gonna need you to figure it out.
What you want me to do? How am I supposed to come up with $420? I don't have no money.
You have a certain set of skills that you can use to get you whatever you need in this life, babe.
Oh, boy.
What skills you talking about? I know you ain't talking about what I think you talking about.
It's the delusion of the blue pill. Think about this, gentlemen. Ladies, understand this is what you have to do. You have to convince a man that you are an asset. In the process, you have to make him feel good for spending his money on you. Think about how diabolical that is. And there's an entire system set up to prop up your illusion. Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Women's Month, you name it. There's just a plethora of them. I don't adhere to any of them. I used to, and I don't. And my wife have gotten very accustomed because she knows exactly how I think. Those days should never dictate when I should be gracious towards her. On a random day of the month, I'll buy her something. When that budget is in check, or when I see that she wants or needs something, and it's usually a need, never a want. I don't give a shit about what she wants. What does she need? That's all I care about. But hey, I've gone too far without first saying, hit that subscription button. Please like this video on the way in, because I'm going to freaking break this thing down so that both of the genders understand that men are paying and they are now frustrated. A lot of men are frustrated, and a lot of men have woken up to this realization because the manosphere, my friends, is rising. It's growing. Yeah, there's a lot of men who are hearing the freaking message. And because of female bad behavior, many men are now becoming more red-pilled. The worse women behave, the more men are thrust into red pill understanding and red pill behavior, because they've heard little snippets and nippets of bits of information, whether it's the Andrew Tates, the Fresh and Fits, the Shisha Zeds, the older man, you name it, man. Everybody's listening. The men are listening. And you have to understand, gentlemen, YouTube is a predominantly male-centered channel. TikTok, predominantly female. Instagram, it's a good mix. But YouTube, predominantly male. Now, the females are catching up, which is good. But males, we are listening to each other. More males now are getting their news and information and how-to from YouTube, not mainstream media. So, ladies, you have to understand, men are waking up to the BS.
The kids are evolving. Ask my little brother if he believes both men and women should be drafted in World War III.
Should men and women both be drafted in the war if there's a World War III that happens?
No?
I guess.
You think both should be drafted? Drafted means like you have to
I
go.
know what drafted is.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, equality, I guess, so.
So you think they should, like, just drop off a form at everybody's door and be like, if your kid's over 18, they have to go to war?
They wanted this, though.
Who did?
The women.
No, they
They
didn't.
wanted equal rights. If somebody can vote, they can vote. If someone goes to war, which is hard, someone goes forward.
Yeah, but men are bigger, so then they're like,
So now you're being sexist.
What? No.
So, like, in theory, you're right, but in theory, it could also be wrong. You're a sexist girl.
Okay.
So I'm right.
This is what we got coming up, boys.
The delusion, the veil is being stripped from men's eyes. And the worse you behave, the more men wake up. The simp economy is shrinking. Your bad behavior, the manosphere, and you on YouTube will wake him up to make him realize what he's doing isn't going to work for today's modern woman. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So please, guys, hit that like button. I'm trying to hit 250,000 subscribers by the end of next week. Yes, I'm 448 subscribers away from that. And I know that over 70% of you are watching me and you're not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. All I need is another 500. Hey, listen, it really doesn't do much. It's just for my ego, right? It's a nice number. 250,000. I'm a happy guy. Okay? So subscribe, hit the like button. Now, let's listen to this gentleman break it down nicely.
Once you overcome the lust of these chicks out here, you start to realize how worthless they actually are. And I don't mean that in an offensive way at all. Even on the wine tours, no bachelorette, you pull up to these wine stands. You know, they selling alcohol, flowers. All these chicks are out here and they can't even afford to buy their own gifts. They got the man funding everything. The limousine, the wine tour, the gift shops. Imagine not even being able to enjoy an ice cream cone on your own because you rely so hard on someone else. That's why I say these women don't want men. They want fathers, right? and they'll just sit back and play on their phone and show their ass all day long and have unlimited amounts of simps hitting them up, offering them this, offering them that. You can't even scroll a workout or a cooking video from a chick without her showing off her whole entire body, ass all in the camera. So at the end of the day, how valuable are they? Why would you want to invest in a chick that does nothing but drain you physically, financially, mentally, emotionally, entertains 50 different men exposing her body? That is not an asset. That's a screaming liability. When someone comes into your life, they're supposed to be an addition, not a subtraction.
Whew. Spoken like a true man. Cold, hard, and direct. That's it. But he's absolutely correct. He's obviously living in wine country, and he sees these women that are coming to do these wine tours, and they're not spending their own money. It's men. I can't add to that.
One of the things I hear all the time from stay-at-home moms is the complaints that my husband does not help out. But let's be real. If you don't work, your job is the home. Your job is the kids. And yes, even your husband is your job. So while you're frustrated that he just goes to work, he's carrying the full financial weight of the family. That is every bill, every mortgage payment, every grocery run, every little time that you want to treat yourself. He's got to take care of that. And on top of that, 9 times out of 10, he's drowning in work stress, office politics, the pressure of never failing, because if he does, your entire life will collapse. Then he comes home to complaints that he's not available enough, he's not emotionally available enough, he doesn't help enough. He's lucky because at least at work he gets a break. Meanwhile, he has no safe space. He can't vent because if he does, he's weak or he's a complainer. He can't say he's exhausted because you're just going to say you're even more exhausted. His role is provider. It's machine, work, pay. Machine, work, pay, repeat. Like a robot. No check-ins, just higher, higher, and higher expectations. And this is why men suffer in silence. Because society only checks on the moms and the kids. But what about him? He's the one who's sacrificing moments with his kids so that they can have the life that you want. He's the one breaking his back so you don't have to work. But he's not just a paycheck. He's not a robot. He's a good man, but he's also invisible. And when a man feels invisible for too long, he starts to wonder, why am I even here? Why am I here? And a lot of times, he'll go find somebody else who will make him feel appreciated. And then that'll give you even more ammo to shit all over him and drag him and then play the victim. This is a problem. And I'm really tired of hearing about the complaints from women on a daily basis who stay at home with their kids. That is your job. Manage your time a little bit better. It'll work out for you.
Yeah, I get these complaints all the time from women. What about when both of us are working and both of us got to come home and he expects me to cook and clean the house? He doesn't do anything. He goes and he plays video games to de-stress and relax. Or he goes and take a nap, but I have to finish up. I have to take care of the kids. I have to cook, etc., etc. Listen, if you guys stay in an apartment, both of you have to share the work when you get home. That's the reality of it. Because the man usually don't have to do anything outside of the house. However, if you both stay in a house where the man has to take care of the maintenance of the vehicles and the outside of the home, then you guys got to understand that most women can't do a lot of the outside repairs and most of the manual labor that occurs outside. Cutting the grass, all the little repairs around the house, that should be done. Leave that up to the man. So the distribution becomes a little bit more even. But ladies, you have to understand that in essence, both of you have to contribute to your living, to your existence. I just want you to imagine, ladies, if you did not have a man, what would your life be like with a child? With a child, because the child is what makes everything completely different, right? Because if you were both single and you both came home to an apartment, that's a different story. There's nothing else really to do except, hey, the house is already clean because you both cleaning up after yourselves, like most adults should. You should not be freaking cleaning up after him. And vice versa, he should not be cleaning up after you. Because I can tell you, women are just as nasty as men. During my single life, man, I've been to some girl's house, funky as shit. Could see where she hurriedly pushed the freaking bundle of clothes and half-worn clothes under the bed. Yeah, I've done my homework. I've checked. Or she stuffed them into the closet just so that the house looked half clean. But I know the smell of a musky-ass house. Been there. And God forbid, don't go in her car. Oh, if you want to see the true nature of how nasty a woman is, check her car, man. Because for some reason, women just think that that car is designed to keep all of her coffee cups in the back and the drinks, everything, the bottles, the fast food and all of the wrappers, everything is still sitting there that she's supposed to take out. Never does. Women like to make men feel that they're the nasty ones, but that's bullshit. Women are just as nasty, or some are even worse than men. It's insane. But gentlemen, what I want you to understand is that women have to keep us thinking that we, number one, need them and we need to pay for them, to have them in our presence. She also needs you to feel that we need her around to take care of us, even though we're quite capable of taking care of ourselves when we're single. We cook our simple meals. We focus on making sure that we get our protein, our carbs, the right amount of fat so that we can maintain a good diet so that we're functional at the gym and we're functional all day. We did all of that before they came into our life, but for some reason they think that once they're in our lives, that they're the only ones that could take care of us. But women have to tell themselves this, tell other women this, and tell you that just so that she can maintain the illusion.
Easier. I think a lot of women don't understand that and their dynamic between a man and themselves, that they're takers a lot of the time. So that's another reason I don't want to hang out with you, because I'm always in the red when I'm hanging out with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not even like a pleasurable experience like that. Like, goddamn, I always got to spend. I always got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing that would make me look at a woman is like different and like kind of put her in a different is her willingness to try to save me money.
Yes,
now,
sir.
So like, I give you an example. Like, we go out and be like, how much that is?
You ain't gotta get that. Yeah.
Like, I may still get it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you go. We live. We turn it up.
I done made a mental note.
Because she's considerate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I made a mental note.
Yeah.
She fuck with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I fuck with her.
Yeah.
But when you just cool, run that shit up. Run it up. Then you're not really considerate of me, so I probably won't want to hang around you that much. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? After a little bit, I'm expecting you to try to be a little bit considerate of me.
Come on now.
Like,
your fifth lemon drop? Your fifth lemon drop?
God damn, you gonna mud like that?
I went to the liquor store. I could have got you your bottle.
Exactly. And then the illest shit of it is, because we know financially, it's just stupid. It's not about somebody being broke. It's just stupid. Like, we could really, if you really just want to drink, we could really just get a bottle.
Come on.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are we getting $20 drink, $20 drink, $20 drink? We done already bought the bottle.
And this is the difference. Men, we are incredibly logical. We already calculated, hey, we go into the freaking bar and we're going to buy a bottle for $250 when we know at the liquor store that same bottle sells for $29 or for even $15. And she's going to run up that tab because she don't care, because it's not coming out of her pocket. The woman who says, babes, we're out. Listen, let me prepare a few sandwiches. Let me put together a few quick meals, slap that into some Tupperware, throw in some lemonade, freshly squeezed lemonade, none of that powder shit, some couple of lemons, a little bit of sugar and some water. We got 2 drinks. Throw that into a little bag or basket and we're good for the day. We're out all day. We don't have to spend money on no shit. And I know what I'm putting in my body versus going to some bloody restaurant or some gas station where if we are on a road trip or something, spending stupid money on stuff we don't even know what's in the sandwiches, for example. I'm just giving you a hypothetical. That's the kind of woman a man needs. Not a woman that just constantly takes advantage of the fact that she don't have to pay. The one that never reaches for her wallet, yet she works just as hard as he does. Well, let me show you an example of a woman that every man wants right here. Trucker. Yes. Yes. Oh. You know one of the professions where men get cheated on most on? Being a trucker. He's on the road, she's getting dick down at home. But what does she do? She becomes a trucker as well. I don't know their story. She was probably already a trucker. But either way, they're working together. So now they've become much more efficient. They're doing faster runs and making the money faster because, hey, his woman is working with him. He sleeps, she drives. She drives, he drives, she sleeps. He gets to eat in between. This is what relationships all about right here. If you can find yourself a woman that wants to work with you like this is what you call a real helpmate. This right here. Now, ladies, you just got to learn to find the equivalent to do this in the home. You got your job, he got his job. You bring your monies together, you invest it together. You buy a house, you buy a second home together, you buy another apartment together, you invest into a little business together, and you work it together. That's what marriage is. That's what good partners are, man. Building together. Not this. And just so you know, wife refuses to cook for her man with 2 jobs just because she don't like cooking.
Because I hate cooking.
I don't give a he probably hates working his extra job.
Yeah, but I hate cooking. So.
I don't give a he probably hates working his extra job. Can we say something that wasn't just copy and pasted?
I can try, but I don't know if I could actually do it.
What are you doing here, dude? What was this a desperate attempt at marriage? Like,
No.
what are we trying to do?
No.
He's okay with spending more money. I'm sorry, I'm being rude, but I don't give a if she's okay with spending more money, you're not. You're willing to sacrifice by going to work in your ass off. She's not willing to literally cook a meal. What are we doing? How do you guys vibe and last together?
Just let that sink in for a second. And this stupid beta simp puts up with that shit. It's not the way to live, gentlemen. No, you are not a workhorse for a woman's comfort. No. What makes her think that she should have a comfortable life on the back of your blood, sweat, and tears? Who the hell gave her that autonomy? No, that's not how this shit works. You get out there, lady, and drive the truck just like he has to. Now, I love how this comedian breaks down, and hopefully I don't get copy struck with this. So if you see this taken out of the video, YouTube have taken it out, okay? But Whitney Cummings talking about marriage and how it benefits women. That's how most marriages freaking end up. Because women know it's to their advantage. That's why they're so freaking happy when they get married. Listen, let's be freaking honest with each other. We all know that marriage is designed for women. Whenever a man ever said, yeah, man, I'm getting married. And guys go, yeah, dude, yeah. Fucking high fives. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah. None. Most guys would be like, wow. Yeah. Cool, man. Hey, that's good, buddy. Married men be like, oh, yeah, man. Well, welcome to the party, brother. Welcome to the party, man. Hey, congrats, man. Yeah. Women, oh, my God. Let me see the ring. Which hand is it? Because they know that she's set. Of course, they're going to resent her shortly afterwards because they're going to be quietly freaking cursing her ass because they're left back there. They're losing, and they don't like to know another woman is getting something that they want. But why I'm telling you this story is women celebrate. Men just go, okay, dude. Hey, next phase of life. Because we know the only reason that the man is going to get married is because he needs a woman to bear a child and to give that child a proper home. But the burden of marriage have just been thrust onto his back. That's why there's no great celebration. They know that he's just opened himself up if he's in a modern marriage. If he's getting married today, they know that he's just opened himself up to a potential divorce. There's a 50% chance of that shit happening, and it's not going to work out in his favor unless he has a prenup and a trust, and or both of them are earning equal amounts of money, equally yoked, and he has prepared himself for financial loss. Because that's the reality for men. For women, ta-da!
There's women out there that will walk away from a good man talking about, he wanted to go half on rent. He wanted to go half on...
Facts.
Like, you know how fatuous and name that is to say he wanted to go half. First of all, you are responsible for 100% of your life as an adult. 100% of your problems, 100% of your bills, 100% of your stress. And you mean to tell me you had a man right there like, I'll take half of that from you. And you was like, that ain't good enough.
Right.
I want you to take it all. I don't want to have no responsibility as an adult. And that is financial abuse. And that is feminine manipulation and abuse. So then, fellas, you need to walk away.
Women and their greed is severely underestimated. The modern woman has become so greedy in her quest to get this soft life that she ignores the best deal that most of you will ever get, which is 50-50. The best deal. For some reason, they look at 50-50 as I'm still paying 100% of my bills and he's paying 100% of his. They really just don't have that concept of what 50-50 is. Not realizing that, hey, when we come together, we reduce bills, we reduce taxation, we reduce every single expense that you're doing on your own. He's even taking some away from you because the security part he's now doing. You don't have to go and live in an overly expensive neighborhood where you have outside security. You're now living with him. He's now your protector. So you get rid of that expensive apartment. You got your man to take care of you now. That in itself is huge. And guess what? Now you're paying 50% of the living expenses, just rent alone, on a place that costs less. So if you were living in a 1-bedroom and now you guys have moved to a 2-bedroom, so even though it costs 30 or even 40% more, it is still cheaper. Half of that is still cheaper than what you would be paying because you're splitting that bill. But women don't think that far. They just get caught up in this narrative that, if he's not paying 100% of my bills, I ain't want it. Then they wait and they wait and they wait. And then all of a sudden they're 35, 40. No man is there because no man was good enough. And the older you get, my dear, the lower your sexual marketplace value drops. Until, boom, your old grandma twerking on TikTok for chump chains and validation.
The reason you don't judge them for wanting older men is because men are more like an asset appreciating in time. Women are more like a liability that depreciates rapidly with time. And subconsciously, you're all bothered by the fact that, as you age, your value is declining. So you have to create a psychological superstructure that makes guys feel guilty about wanting younger women. Cause we can sit back and pursue younger women infinitely. And so you have to make them feel guilty so that they behave and they consider you like when you end up like her. So when you end up 30 years old like her with 2 divorces, you still want to be accessible and appealing to guys like me. Once you get past that 30, you start creeping into something called menopause. Menopause is a cold because your hormonal balance is changing. So the way you behave and relate to him is also changing. So you're rapidly declining in value, all the values that the guy seeks. And for that very reason, you should try your best to lock in a guy. Marriage is primarily for the female. And the reason you're subconsciously angry that guys want younger women is because you know you won't be young forever. And you want to have a hot girl summer, not realizing that shit is really limited. You better lock in a guy before you turn 24, because after that, low key, people ain't checking for you. It's a wrap.
But would you agree?
And that is the cold, hard fact for a lot of women. Find a man that you can agree with and become at least neutral. You're not an asset, but you're not a liability as well. That's all, ladies. That's it. Contribute 50-50. Work with a man. Okay? All right, my friends, listen, I'm going to shut it off there. Please like this video on the way out. I hope you guys learned something today. I'm here to teach as best as I can so that we can sort of get this bloody relationship market back in some sort of equilibrium, balance. So if you'd like to book a session, you want to have a chat with me, you have some problems, click in the link in my description to book a chat. And of course, until tomorrow, remember, my friends, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.